At Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Throwing on first down is Lance.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
To throw, it's Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Aiyuk. Lance finding Aiyuk there for a Niner first. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Now Lance again. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
here's Sermon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And Lance now to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Brandon Graham. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And Lance going to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Next score, Niners 7, Eagles 0.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Hurts to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Touchdown 49ers! For Brandon Ayuk, he is as electric as they come with the ball in his hands in the open field, and he turns that catch into big yardage. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll fire it deep for Rager. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Here comes Rager. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is going to be 49er football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Lance. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He'll get this out wide to Scott. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rager now trying to run. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is going to be 49er football. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Lance.
And that's going to be caught. Jalen Hurd. Touchdown, 49ers.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, Boston Scott. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
One play at a time. Here we go.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert,
27 yards.
And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here's Scott to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Ertz has it left side. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's to Fulgham, complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Going for the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Come on, guys.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Here's Mostert.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and it is 42-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll look to throw here. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Fast footwork by Sanders. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Taking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Sermon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Hurts over the middle. The 40. The 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Lance looking to throw it. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
Touchdown!
Brandon Ayuk.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try to run with Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Hurts.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
But now it's 3rd and goal.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Loss, man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return, it's Simba Webster. And able to get this out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, it's